Greetings and welcome, friends. We're taking a look at Necap question 2008, number 7. Back in the day, 50% of our students got it correct, and 64% of the state of Vermont students got this one right. So it says, look at the graph of a function. Y is a function of x. So all that's just saying is y equals f of x, some sort of function in terms of x. I input values of x, I get outputs from y. There's exactly one output for every input. That's the idea of function. And it asks, what is the domain of the function? So this one does have some vocabulary restrictions. Domain is the set of all possible inputs, or x values. All right. So the possible x values, notice if I plug in -6 into this function, I get no output. If I plug in -8, I get no output. If I plug in 0, I get 2. If I plug in 4, I get, looks like 3-ish, right? So the possible x values are referring to the numbers that I can plug in here. So what is the domain of the function? Well, it's not all real numbers because I can't plug in these guys over here, right? Those are restricted from the domain from kind of this point back, right? This is all like, no, we don't like this area. Let's see, B says all real numbers except -4. That would be as though I had a graph like this, which is possible. You know, it could even go, it could be a piecewise function where it was a line and it would be like open circle, open circle. So it existed to the left of it somehow, it existed to the right of it, but it didn't exist at the point. I mean, it could even have been like some weird thing like that, you know, and as long as they didn't exist there, that's what B would have looked like. C, it says all real numbers greater than or equal to 0. So that would have been all of these values, which I want to point out it does exist at -2 and -4 and -3. So that's not the case. So D is the correct answer. Well done, friends. The idea that all real numbers greater than or equal to -4. Writing domain, there's actually a few different formats. They did it kind of sentence-wise. You could use set notation. It's the set of all x such that x is greater than or equal to -4. So that's set notation. Sometimes it will be in kind of this parentheses notation where it would be from -4 all the way to infinity. And square bracket means it includes the equal to portion. If this was an open parenthesis, it would have been just a greater than, so it wouldn't have included the point itself. So that's kind of a way to have that notation. For instance, if I was trying to describe B, I would say the domain goes from -infinity to -4, but not including -4, and then from -4 but not including it all the way to infinity. And the reason that the infinity has the parenthesis rather than the square bracket is because you'll never get it equal to infinity. Infinity is more of a concept than a number, so that doesn't quite work out that way. So that's a couple ways you could write domain. Here they wrote it kind of with words. I think I've also seen it kind of just written as the domain is just all x greater than or equal to -4 or something like that. But this is set notation, and then this is, actually I don't know the name of that notation, but it's something, I'll tell you that much. So there's 2008 question 7. It's related to what we're learning today because, I don't know if you realize this, but this is the top half of a sideways parabola. Interesting. Well anyways, thanks for watching, friends. Bye-bye.